The noise in apartment 4B. I've lived in apartment 4A for 2 years. It's an old building. Thin walls, creaky floors. The kind of place where you learn to ignore sounds. Neighbors arguing, dogs barking, someone vacuuming at 2 a.m. But 3 weeks ago, the noise started from 4B, and I wish I'd never tried to figure out what it was. The first night, I woke up at 3:11 a.m., not to a bang or a scream, just a feeling, like someone was watching me through the wall. Then I heard it, scratching, from the other side of my bedroom wall. Not frantic, not a mouse. It was patient. 4 scratches. Pause. 4 scratches. I banged on the wall. The scratching stopped. For 10 seconds. Then it started again. Same rhythm, same spot. I assumed it was the neighbor's kid. Maybe a cat. I put in earplugs and went back to sleep. The next morning, I found a note under my door. It wasn't from management. No return address. Just 2 lines written in pencil, shaky like a child's or someone very afraid. Stop knocking back. It thinks you're playing. I checked the hallway. No one. I checked 4B's door. Same old lock. Same peeling paint. But the note was right. I had knocked back. Just once, the night before. I knocked again that afternoon. No answer. I slid a note under their door. Who are you? What's the scratching? No reply ever came. That night, I decided to record the sound. I set my phone against the wall at 3 a.m. and let it run. The next morning, I listened back. The scratching was there, but underneath it, a voice, not human, not animal. It sounded like someone speaking backwards or through water. I slowed it down, reversed it, ran it through a filter, and I heard one word, clear as a bell. My blood went cold, because the voice wasn't coming from inside 4B. It was coming from inside my own wall. I couldn't sleep. The scratching came every night, always at 3:11 a.m., always 4 scratches, always followed by that whisper, come. On night 12, I did something stupid. I took a screwdriver and made a small hole in my bedroom wall, right where the scratching was loudest. I expected to see pipes, wires, maybe a dead rat. Instead, I saw fingers, long, pale, pressed against the other side of the wall from inside the cavity. They twitched when the light hit them, and then they started scratching back. I shoved my wardrobe against the hole, packed it with clothes, but I could still hear it, not scratching anymore, knocking, 1 knock for every beat of my heart. The next day, I went to the landlord. I demanded to know who lived in 4B. He looked at me like I was crazy. No one's lived in 4B for 8 years, he said. The last tenant, she disappeared. They never found her. We sealed the unit. I asked if he'd ever heard scratching. He stopped smiling. You need to move, he said, before it learns your name. I didn't wait. I packed a bag at 3 a.m. I was almost out the door when I realized the scratching had stopped. For the first time in weeks, silence. Then my phone buzzed. I ran. I'm in a motel now writing this. I haven't been back. But last night I heard scratching, not from the wall, from under the bed. This story isn't real. But the next one, the one I'm researching right now, involves a police report, a missing family, and a voicemail that was never supposed to be heard. Here's the thing. YouTube doesn't always show you the next part. The algorithm buries the darkest stories unless you tell it you want more. So here's the deal. Subscribe right now, and tomorrow you'll get part 2 before anyone else. Not because I asked nicely, because subscribers get the uncensored version, the one with the actual audio clip. The button is right there. Tap it before the next scratching starts, because the next story doesn't have a happy ending.